Good evening and welcome to 365 Language Planet. This is Let's Speak English and Nihongo Live. The theme of tonight's episode is Tokyo. This is episode 30. Let's begin! 始めましょう. The first question of tonight's show is, do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? 日本語で東京で好きな場所はありますか? Now, please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. You have 4 minutes. All right, so the first question of tonight's show is, do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. 東京で好きな場所はありますか? チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. I just went to Tokyo recently, so I have a new favorite place in Tokyo. How about you? My favorite place, my new favorite place in Tokyo is, I think it's called Tekishita Street in Harajuku. But how about you? Do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. My old favorite place in Tokyo was Odaiba and the Rainbow Bridge at night. I thought the view from Odaiba is very beautiful of the Tokyo skyline. But how about you? Do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. 東京で好きな場所はありますか? チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. If this is your first time joining the show, please feel free to share your ideas in the chat. Do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? 東京で好きな場所はありますか? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. コメント、チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. If I had to choose a second favorite place in Tokyo, I think it would be the Godzilla. Oh, not Godzilla. Maybe just Shinjuku Station. Outside Shinjuku Station, there's a very big cat that's beautiful. That's a really nice cat to see. But yeah. How about you? Do you have a favorite place in Tokyo? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. All right. So, let's see, I guess one more place, one more of my favorite places in Tokyo is the Seiko building in Ginza. Well, the screen went kind of green. I love that building in Ginza. It's a very beautiful place. All right. If you don't have a favorite place in Tokyo, that's okay too. I mean, I know Tokyo has, it's right now, maybe this time of year, people don't like Tokyo so much. All right, K Workshop, thank you for joining tonight's show. So my favorite place in Tokyo is Tokyo Station because I'm a train maniac. You can see a variety of Shinkansen there. Great. Thank you so much for joining the show tonight. Everyone is welcome to share their ideas in the chat. All right, and if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your ideas anytime. All right, now let's move on to the next section of tonight's show. Now you can write a new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。All right, YO, thank you for joining tonight's show too. YO says, yes, I have a favorite place in Tokyo. It's Shinokubo. I like Korean food. Sounds great. I will have to go to Shinokubo next time. Okay, well now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。You have 4 minutes. All right. So you can write a new question in the chat or in the comments. You could write a question about Tokyo. You could write a question about anything. Chat またはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。Tokyo について何でもついて大丈夫です。Oh, why the color keeps changing on me? Anyways, let's enjoy using English and Nihongo. Please write a question in the chat or in the comments about Tokyo or about anything. チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。I might, if I was gonna write a new question, I might ask. I have a few ideas. For example, did you visit Tokyo recently? Okay, YO has a question. Do you have a favorite place near your house? Great question. Do I have a favorite place near my house? Tough question. How about you, YO? Do you have a favorite place near your house? Please let me know in the chat. I would say I think my favorite place, kind of near my house, would be the Takashimaya Beer Garden. But tough. I know maybe my second favorite place would be the Tone River Cycling Road, kind of near my home. Okay, K Workshop says, have you visited Tokyo Skytree? The view from there is amazing. Great question, nice idea. I have visited the Tokyo Skytree. I think the last time I went was about maybe 8 years ago. How about you? I enjoyed the view a lot. It was very nice. So yeah, I love the Tokyo Skytree. I love Tokyo Tower. A lot of great places in Tokyo. I know, but it's kind of funny. I think I remember one time Lady Gaga came to Japan and she went to the Tokyo Skytree, but it was super cloudy. It was a cloudy day, so she couldn't see anything. It's unfortunate. But, you know, that's life sometimes. That's how life goes. All right. K Workshop says, I love Tokyo Skytree too. Nice sentence. All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your ideas anytime during the show or after the show. But let's move on to the second question of tonight's show, which is, what do you recommend doing in Tokyo? 日本語で東京で何をするのがおすすめですか? So, please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. You have 4 minutes, 4分間あります. Alright, so the question is, what do you recommend doing in Tokyo? 東京で何をするのがおすすめですか? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. You have about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. What do you recommend doing in Tokyo? I just went to Tokyo recently, and I stayed, or actually, I was mostly in Shibuya, Harajuku, and Shinjuku. It was great. It was really, really nice time. If you go to Harajuku, I think it's Takeshita Street, right? Take or Take? Takeshita Dori. I recommend visiting. It's a really nice place. But how about you? What do you recommend doing in Tokyo? Tokyo de nani o suru no ga osusume desu ka? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. If you've never been to Tokyo, that's okay too. You can just maybe say, I've never been, but I want to. I want to go to the Skytree. I want to go to Odaiba. Lots of fun things to do in Tokyo. What do you recommend doing in Tokyo? 東京で何をするのがおすすめですか? Let's see. I went to the Meiji Jingu Shrine. It was beautiful. It was a very beautiful place. Lots of nice trees and nice gates. But I don't recommend visiting there this time of year. It's kind of a long walk, and it's hot. And so that I would say that's one thing I don't recommend doing in Tokyo in August. That was a little bit too far of a walk. Especially if you try to walk there from, I think we tried to walk there from, maybe from Shinjuku Station. I forgot. No, I don't know. I don't know where. Maybe, I forgot. Maybe Shibuya Station? We tried to walk there. It was too far of a walk. What do you recommend doing in Tokyo? 東京で何をするのがおすすめですか? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. K Workshop says, how about watching a baseball game in Tokyo Dome? I've been there and enjoyed watching baseball games. It was awesome. Sounds great. Nice idea, K Workshop. Actually, my brother and his wife are going to go to a Hanshin Tigers game, probably, this week. So I think watching baseball is a fun thing to do in Japan. Nice idea. In the dome, to watch it in the dome would be good. Okay, well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your ideas anytime during the show or after the show. All right, let's move on. So now, YO has an idea. She says, I recommend eating sushi and tsukiji. I think it's called tsukiji, right? I love sushi. That's great. Thank you for sharing, YO. Good recommendation. Nice idea. All right, so now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。Okay, so you can write a new question in the chat or in the comments. It could be about Tokyo or it could be about anything. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書けます。So what was my last question? Did you visit Tokyo recently? Did you visit Tokyo recently? That was my last idea. Now we can make and share new ideas. When do you think is the best time to visit Tokyo? That would be a good question. Definitely not August, I guess. Especially anymore. I mean, the summer heat in Japan is, it's way hotter than it is, historically this summer. So that's too bad. It's very worrisome about the heat in Japan these days. Way above the historical average. Okay, we got some ideas. K Workshop says, what was the most delicious food you had in Tokyo? Great, in Tokyo. Good question, K Workshop. The most delicious food I had in Tokyo, I would say, was a chicken kebab bowl. Was a great one. All right, we have a new member to the chat. Thank you for joining tonight's show. Do you like Japan? Great question. I do. I like Japan very much. How about you? Yeah. And K Workshop, how about you? What was the most delicious food you had in Tokyo? Please let us know in the chat. Yeah, I would say, I like Japan very much. But in summer, I don't like walking outside in Japan. Or really, I don't like being outside much in Japan, but I like being inside. How about you? All right, Kan Mama, thank you for joining tonight's show. Kan Mama says, I recommend having lunch and dinner. There are lots of nice restaurants. Have you been to a nice restaurant in Tokyo? Great sentence and great question. So, yes, I was amazed in Tokyo. There were a lot of Mexican restaurants, like in Guma, where I live in Guma. There are almost no Mexican restaurants, but in Tokyo, I saw a few. And so a few is like, wow, so many to me. And of course, some Spanish restaurants, and lots of Japanese restaurants. So yeah, that is a very good point, Kan Mama. There are a lot of nice restaurants and a nice variety of restaurants in Tokyo. All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your idea anytime during the show or after the show. All right. K Workshop says a Chinese noodle I had in Ikebukuro was excellent. Sounds great. That makes me hungry. I'm feeling hungry. Okay, well, let's move on to the last question of tonight's show, which is, I think Tokyo is exciting, but the train system is too complicated. How about you? 東京は見切り的だと思うけど、電車のシステムが複雑すぎる。あなたはどう思いますか? That's kind of a long question. Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。All right, so this is kind of a statement. Like, I think Tokyo is exciting, but the train system is too complicated. How about you? 東京は見切り的だと思うけど、電車のシステムが複雑すぎる。あなたはどう思いますか? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください。Yeah, I had a very hard time with the subways in like subway stations in Tokyo. I had a good time with the Yamanote line. No problem with the Yamanote line, but using the subways was very challenging for me because I didn't know where the subway stations were, and so it was too complicated for me personally. But how about you? Do you think Tokyo is exciting? Do you think the train system is too complicated in Tokyo? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. And then one more big problem I had was finding the Shinkansen in Tokyo Station. I got off the subway, and it's like, I couldn't find it. Mama says, yes, I think so too. When I was young, I often missed the right train. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mama, but I think maybe two times in Tokyo, I got on the wrong train, but I asked the people, I was like, すいません、この電車は新宿に行きますか or 渋谷に行きますか or something like that, and they're like, no, it doesn't. So thank you so much, and I got off the train, and I asked the staff, and the staff were good. They helped me a lot. Just crazy because I've lived in Japan a long time, but I still, it's still Tokyo. I haven't been to Tokyo for a long time, so it was a little challenging. Do you think Tokyo is exciting? I think Tokyo is very exciting. It was amazing to see all the people. So that was really fun. But the train system is too complicated for me. How about you? Do you think Tokyo is exciting? Do you think the Tokyo train system is too complicated? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. Okay, K Workshop says, it's certainly complicated, but it's easy for me because I'm a trained maniac. That's funny. That's funny. And I'm happy to hear that. YO says, me too. It's too difficult for me. Sometimes I got on the wrong trains. Well, thank you for saying so. I was kind of feeling a little bit depressed about myself because I was getting on the wrong trains too. But I tried asking people to double check, and that was a good idea. Saved me a few times. Okay, well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your ideas anytime during or after the show. All right, so now the last section of tonight's show. Please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。All right. You can write a new question in the chat or in the comments. It could be about Tokyo or it could be about anything. チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。For me, one of the most exciting things I did in Tokyo was I stayed at a hostel, kind of a shared room hotel. One time my friend visited Japan and he stayed at the hostel, and so I always wanted to someday visit Tokyo and stay at a hostel like he did. And I finally did it. So I'm really happy about that. Have you ever stayed at a hostel? Interesting question, I think. But yeah, please, whatever question you want to write, please write that question in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに何でもついて書いてください。All right, Ah says, what are the bad points of Japanese people? Okay. Bad points of Japanese people. I don't think, there are, that's a tough question. Nowadays, and this is not just Japanese people problem, but it's kind of a, problem in general, but it does affect a lot of Japanese people. And that is being addicted to their smartphones. A lot of people are just hooked on their smartphones. And so it's kind of tough to start conversations with other people. But what do you think are the bad points of Japanese people? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. Okay, Workshop says, you should try a capsule hotel. It's kind of like a pod hotel. I see. Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was looking for capsule hotels, but the hostel I stayed at was super cheap. And so I decided to stay at the hostel. But yeah, I still want to try a capsule hotel someday. Have you, K Workshop, have you ever stayed at a capsule hotel? All right. Well, all right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue. And I guess, as I always say, you can share your ideas in the comments after the show is over. That's okay too. But that's the end of tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining the show and participating. Our next shows will be on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025, and on Sunday, August 17th, 2025, at 8:30 Japan Standard Time, like 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe and give the show a big thumbs up. Your support is much appreciated, as always. All right, and I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And my pleasure, YO. Thank you so much for joining tonight's show. Good night to you too. All right, I will see you next time. また近いうちに会いましょう. So good night and goodbye.